Yeah, obviously thrilled with the quarterfinal. Thursday is pretty cool, but semifinal Friday is even better. So excited about that. Credit Seton Hall. I thought what Kevin's done with those with those guys this year. Through just through losing guys and type of season that he's had in the Big East this year, and just want to wish those guys good luck next week in the tournament. So thrilled to win. These two guys were huge in the game, and obviously we won it with our defense and our rebounding, which is our identity.
Raise your hands for questions right in front, Dave.
Yeah, Dan, you talked about getting.
You ask these guys first if you have questions for these dudes.
Sure. Oh, you want to do questions for the players?
Yeah, first, because they
Okay.
got to go.
Well, yeah, was getting back to the defensive identities kind of stressed all week, and did you pretty happy with the way you did that tonight?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We just can't stray away from our defensive identity. That's who we are as a team. That's who we are as a group. So continuing to, harp on that, every day, we have to continue to do that, and that's what's going to get us these wins.
Other questions for the players? Gavin.
Tyrese, just talk about your rebounding, how you guys are able to control the boards, and how important was that?
That's just our identity and what we go into the game plan. That's the first thing on the board in every game, just our defense and rebounding. That's the first game key. So when we come in here, we make sure we handle that first, and then the rest will just fall in place.
Right in front.
Tyrese, guarding the, stretch, players like Kale and Roden. Kale was, at one point, he had 17 of their 31 points and, was trying to single-handedly will them back into the game. They got it down to, I think right around 2 possessions, kind of towards the middle of the second half. But what did you guys do to, limit him the rest of the way and then pull away?
We just settled down and make sure we got back to defense. I mean, we were scrambling around. Matchups were getting kind of all over the place and things like that. But once we got back to the regular matchups that we wanted to have, we just made sure we helped the helper and things like that. We were in the right spots, and we were just able to pull the game away at the end.
Anything else for the players? Mike.
Thanks. For both guys, you reached this stage of the tournament last year. Obviously, the building was pretty much empty. I wondered if you could just share your thoughts on what the environment was like and how electric the building was and how you kind of embraced that.
I mean, we got the best fans in the world here at UConn. So, just them being there and hearing it, it was special to be out there. I mean, and the Garden is a special place. So, I mean, just being in the moment out there, not, trying to fray away from it, just staying in the moment. And, the fans were big time.
2 more for the players. Zach in the back.
Tyrese, how important was it to limit Roden? He obviously didn't have his best game. Did you guys think if we control him, that's gonna really take a lot of what they do away?
Oh, yeah, he was the big factor on us for their offense to make sure we stop him. So me coming into this game, that was something I took personal tonight, and I went out there and did that.
Dave, last one for the players.
Yeah, Tyrese or RJ, just getting Villanova tomorrow night, a 3rd time this season. What is that? How big is that for you guys?
I mean, it's going to be a good matchup. We're just ready to play tomorrow. Get back and go out there and prepare for Villanova, and we'll play them tomorrow and see what happens.
RJ and Tyrese, thank you very much. Take questions for Coach Hurley. Gavin, right in front.
Dan, what did you do particularly on defense? You had talked earlier in the week about playing at an elite level. Did you reach that, and what would you like about your defense?
Yeah, I think we made everything just really hard on them. At the rim, we made everything really challenging on them. Obviously, from the first game versus Kadari, where we just weren't prepared for him to, have a game like he did in game 1. We just had a better plan, made things harder, on those guys, and it's a tough thing to do because Rode and Kale, those are 2 big-time wings. Kadari's a big-time player. But Tyrese, the last 2 matchups with Roden, he's really done a great job against them.
Over on the right, Matt.
Yeah, Dan, I just wanted you to reflect on this night that you got the win. Obviously, when you take the UConn job, you hope at that point you can get into the Big East tournament. You have fans here. What does it mean for you personally, for this program, to actually have experienced this, and then the win's kind of the cherry on top?
Yeah, I mean, this is really our first Big East tournament. We're like legitimate, authentic. With the crowd, so it's a little little worried today just on how they'd kind of handle it, to go from, I think our last conference tournament in front of people pre-COVID in Texas, in Memphis, there was nobody at the game. And that was pre-COVID in the AAC quarters. So this is our first real live conference tournament game in a couple of years in front of fans. So, it was just electric. These guys, that's why you go to, come to a place like UConn to, play, the big dogs play on, in the quarters and the semis. And so we're just excited. Place was rocking. I mean, so many UConn fans. Tomorrow's will be insanity in here.
Right in the back there.
No, he doesn't want it. He's passing.
So, Coach, you guys win 12 for 14 from the free throw line tonight. I mean, how important is that asset of the game for you guys to have success moving forward in this tournament and then later in March as well?
Yeah, I mean, we put so much physical pressure on our opponent on the backboard, with a relentless approach to the glass, to the offensive glass, with our defense. The way that we try to pound the ball inside with the drive and with obviously the big fella today. It's just our identity is, is paint pressure at both ends of the court. And I just thought, the greatest barometer for us, free throw line, obviously, you got to make free throws, and especially this time of year. But the barometer for us, when we out rebound somebody, we're pretty hard to beat, and we're pretty relentless on the glass. So be plus 13 and hold them to 35% from the field. We just wear on teams, and eventually, we break. We could break a team's will.
All right, we're doing two more. One in the back.
Dan, Andre seemed to be everywhere tonight on the floor. What he was able to bring and just how much that impacted?
I mean, the stat sheet lies a lot sometimes with game impact. That guy's game impact today was, I don't know, 6. He had 6, 4, 6, a couple steals. I mean, that guy just can't take your eyes off Andre when he's playing. And he just has such a huge impact all over the court. I mean, and he's enhanced the games of RJ and Adama and Tyrese, all the guys that kind of get the headlines with the scoring and the production on the offensive end. Guys like Andre and Isaiah make things so easy for those guys because they're so unselfish.
Final question, Neil.
Was Jordan close at all to playing? And is it Cook okay, or was it just not a good matchup really for him?
Yeah, I mean, Cook's working his way back. I mean, we're going to need him. We're going to need him to give us something. I think before it's all said and done this year. Jordan, it's going to be tough for him to play in this tournament.
Dan, thank you very much.
Thank you.